As you can see at my face, I am extremely angry. I'm extremely angry. I'm extremely angry for the non-performance of Juventus for 60 minutes, for the lack of being able to do something in the last 30. I'm extremely angry. I'm extremely angry today. I am extremely angry today. In the 4 years of the channel, we have commented a lot of disaster performances. We have a lot of disaster performances on this channel, unfortunately. But this one is super up there. This one is super up there in the disaster performances. You can't do the first half that we did at home in the moment that we are in. After all what has been said, after the small progressions that we saw against Napoli and Atalanta in terms of play, which I didn't like, but you saw it something a bit better. You have the possibility to qualify to Champions League, to put an end to this horrendous season that started at Empoli. And you enter like this. You enter this way. This is unacceptable from all of them. Unacceptable. This is a shame. You can always lose. You can always draw. You can always win. Football is football. It's unpredictable. Sometimes you have good days. Sometimes you have bad days. Sometimes you have beautiful performances. Sometimes you have bad performances. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you're unlucky. And sometimes you can't change the destiny of things. But there is one thing that you are accountable of. All of you. Coach, technical staff, management, players, top players, sub players, whoever. There is one thing that you can decide yourself. You can decide yourself. Is doing the right thing in terms of behavior. That's something that you need to decide yourself if you want to do it, yes or no. If you want to be humiliated like that or not. If you want to put everything that you have on the field. It is not possible that the star of this team that is wearing the number 7 is not able to win a contrast. It is not possible that he's forgetting that the field is over. It is not possible that the one that is earning the most money on a counter-attack with his best possible foot is putting that ball out of reach in goal kick on a killing counter-attack. It is not possible that the regista of the team is the midfielder is touching the less balls. It is not possible. It is not possible that Massimiliano Allegri is starting exactly the same 11 that started the game against Genoa a few months ago, where we drew 1-1 and we offered a horrible second half. That it was without any idea, without any energy, with nothing. If you are putting the same exact 11 in the moment that we are in the exact moment that you are in, you are to blame. If you are not able to wake up this team and to let them understand the importance of the moment that we are in, you are to blame. If you are a player and you don't understand, you are to blame as well. In the first half, and I am a positive guy that always try to find that positive thing. Today, I was impossible at the end of the double whistle after 45 minutes to understand what was positive, to find a positive. The only positive that I found was that we didn't concede. That was the only positive that we found. I don't care about the post of Ealing, about the post of Moiskin. In a moment where Juventus probably deserved to score, but it's not there that you need to do it. You need to do it from the first minute. I don't care. Today I wake up at 6:30 a.m. to start preparing a video, to study, to analyze, to prepare a live. So I was awake since long. I was ready to do that watch along. Then I can be better. I can be worse. I can do mistakes like everyone on earth. But I was there. I put my face on it. I wanted to watch a game. I wanted that my team was playing. I wanted to comment a goal. I wanted to comment a comeback on Juventus. I wanted to say, we lost, but we tried. We have put everything on it. I don't want to be here with my shirt of Juve today. Because no. One win at the 95th minute in 8 games. 6 points in the last 5 games at home. And when I tell you, and I will read the comments of Mistad, Zep, Mikey, Ninib, Softic, Florian, Darius, Ali. I watched you, I saw you. Where I can give myself an explanation after after Inter. If I can give me an explanation after Udinese loss, I can't give me an explanation after today. I can give me an explanation after Napoli. I didn't like the game of Napoli, but I see that the players, they tried, they missed. We were not 100% mentally ready to score a goal. I don't know. But today I can't find a reason why we start like that. Because there is not the possibility to find something good to say. There is no. I saw horror today. We are bad. All of us. We are all bad. All of us. There is no worse. There is no better. We are bad. Bad. As soon as we have to build the game, we are in the shit. As soon as we have the possession of the ball, we are shit. 66% possession for what? 66% possession for what? Sterile possession. No velocity. Mechanic. I saw players in crucial moment of the game that were not moving. They were not unmarking themselves. They were like, don't give me the ball. Please don't give me the ball. I don't want the ball. I'm scared of the ball. Max did one thing well today. The changes. That's the only thing that he did well. They were all three of correct. But why? Because he messed up in the initial lineup. We'll come on all the individuals. Huh? On all the individuals. In this case, I see the messages. You can't sell all the players, so the coach is the one to jump. Guys, this is a reality. You can't sell an entire team. You can't change an entire team from day 1 to day 2. You can't. It's impossible. Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. Because if we are not able to wake up after 3 games because we are in a difficult moment, I can even understand it. I can even not accept it because I will never accept it. But it's 8 games now. It is 8 games now. And don't think that it will be better next week when we come back from international break. Don't think it will be better. It will not be better. First of all, Dusan today. How can you be so stupid to receive a red card like that? How? He will not be there against Lazio. Milik is not there against Lazio. It will be, I agree with Nick, it will be worse, not better. Let me read the comments of the people. Thank you to Mr. Zeb, 25 months. Maybe we can take Europa League spot. Disaster. If we continue like that, it will be that. If we continue like this, it will be that. If we continue like this, it will be that. And now I have to go on the site of La Lega to check how many points we have from the 5th. Is it a joke? Roma is there at 48 points. If they win today, they go at 51. That's 8 points on Juve. And we have to pray that Roma is not doing well today, that Roma lose against Sassuolo. That's what we have to pray for, my imagine. After the first round, after being there in a Scudetto moment, which we would not have won, and I always told you, we have to pray that Roma is losing. Who is 6th? Atalanta, 47. We have to pray that today they lose. Against who? I don't even know against who they are playing. Against who is Atalanta playing? They are playing against Fiorentina. We have to dream that the Atalanta and Roma they lose. What can I tell you? Mikey, 26 months, no creativity, correct. Ball out wide, correct. Cross it and hopefully someone will put a head to score, correct. That is the Juve now, and all we can and all. That's the Juve in the way now, and all we can do this game. You're correct. What can I tell you? Thank you for 26 months. 28 for Ninip Baranto. Disaster. Enough is enough. Kick him now is the message from Ninip. Softish 27 disgrace. We gained a point on Empoli. Positivity. Thank you, Softish. Florian, 14 months. Sadly, I can't say something positive for such a long time. I agree with Florian. What can we say? So there is nothing positive. I can only hope this year will end with another coach. This technical team is so bad. Guys, we totally collapsed. And you know that I am not the one that is expecting a 5-0 tiki-taka. Tiki-taka is even annoying me. I'm not expecting to see what Manchester City way of playing. But guys, I'm expecting one thing. I'm a Juventino. I want one word that I want to tattoo there somewhere. Grinta, the will. from all of us. I don't like to have a team that is shitting in their pants. Basta with Kostic. If McKennie is not doing well, you don't play him. If Chiesa has no intention, you don't let him play. Basta with Chiesa. Say that he's injured, you put him at the box. Basta. And because then there is a young guy, Yildiz, that at the moment is not playing. Not because Allegri doesn't want to. Because Chiesa is the one that needs to play. But the performance of Chiesa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That's the reality. Of course, I want to see Chiesa every single game, starting, ending, 90 minutes on the field. Ma basta, Roberto, with this excuse of he's not in the right position. Ma basta, Roberto. Let's open our eyes. Let's open our eyes. Today they are all at fault. All at fault. Basta defending. Oh. Basta. He's not playing at the... He's playing at this spot. He's playing on the left side. He's playing there. Basta now. It's not because of Chiesa. But now we're speaking about him. He's not good. He's not good at the moment. He doesn't change the game. He doesn't strap. He doesn't dribble. He doesn't shot. He's losing every single duel. He's forgetting that the field is over and he's putting that ball out of the field. This is the reality of today. Of course that he needed to be subbed out. Of course. Oh. Of course Allegri is bad. Of course he's doing mistakes. Of course he's not putting the right men on the field today to start. Of course, he was not able to wake up the team and he had time to do it. Of course, the words that he said in press conference, I said it last week, are not the right ones. The only one that I want to excuse today is Weston McKennie. Because Weston McKennie, that I see they are so bad, I said it immediately. Weston McKennie was bad. I saw it immediately. He's absolutely not involved. Look at how he's going out of the field. He's suffering. He's there trying to find. That's the guy that I really want to applaud. On the other side, Max Allegri should not have played him because he's not ready to play. That's the reality. That's the reality. That's the reality. The management is at fault because we didn't sign a proper midfielder this winter when we had the opportunity to go for one. Well, let's see how Chiesa will play with Spalletti next week. Who cares? If he's playing well, that's even worse. If he's playing well, that's even worse. That's the reality. Because you have two different things. Playing out of position. Why not? But in the beginning of the season, when he was playing 5 games in a row and scored 4 goals in that position, then everything was well. Then it was the right position. Now because you shift him a bit, he can't play in that position anymore. Then if he will play with Spalletti and will give his best, that means that he doesn't want to give his best for Juventus. That's the reality that we are in. Basta now. Seriously, guys. Darius, Gilardino masterpiece. No, Gilardino didn't do a masterpiece. He played the game that he is able to play. It's Juventus disaster. If today I have to vote, I vote for 95% Juventus disaster performance, 5% Gilardino masterpiece. Because if it was Gilardino masterpiece, like it happens with, I don't know, Bologna in the beginning of the season on match day 2, I tell you, mamma mia, Thiago Motta masterpiece, Gilardino masterpiece. But it's Gilardino masterpiece. It is Gasperini masterpiece. It is the new guy, Calzona masterpiece from Napoli. It is Udinese masterpiece. It is a masterpiece from everyone. Thank you for 12 months. Happy birthday. 1 year, Darius. 22 months for Ali. I'm waiting for the next season. I can't wait for the next season. Because the problem is that if we wait for the next season, we have a problem. Because what will happen? We need to qualify to the Champions League. Okay, last year, we were waiting for next season. The year before, we were waiting for next season. With Pirlo, we were waiting for next season. We are always waiting for next season. No, basta. Now we have to wake up today. Not waiting for next season. I understand what you mean. It's not against you, Ali. It's just, basta. You know what I think? And that's the problem. The players are waiting for next season. Max Allegri is waiting for next season. We can't wait for next season. Wake up. I don't care about 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 4-4-2, 3-3-1, 1-2-3. Basta, you play. There is the ball. You have the qualities to play. Luca, I have no words to say. 40 months. I have no words to say. I have exactly the same, but I speak. That's the problem. I speak. I should not speak. Today, the performance of Juventus doesn't deserve that we record, that we go live. That's the reality. They don't deserve that we speak. I'm sorry. And I love all of them, one by one. At the 44th minute, you have a counter-attack. Vlahovic, Chiesa. Then you can miss. I understand that you can miss. But you do that pass like that? Do a pass like that? You're killing me. You're destroying me. I see Thomas is saying exactly the same. That pass killed me. Yeah. Virtuos, thank you for the donation. Today, no excuse. Allegri out, Azab. This is disgusting. And the management will decide. The management will decide. They decided with the women right before a Coppa Italia. They decided to change the coach with the women. If this is the solution that they think, they will have to do it. They will have to do it. You know it, huh? You know. I will not change now. I will not lie now. I always told you, according to me, you finish the season and then you change or you don't change or whatever. But here we are in an emergency situation. Huh? Here we are in an urgency situation. Here we are really in a moment where we could lose that Champions League, and that it is not even thinkable to lose that Champions League qualification for next season. Because we won that World Cup for clubs. Great, fantastic, bravo, beautiful, bravo, thanks to the other ones, huh? Visca Barça and whatever you want to. We joke, we smile, whatever we do. Now we have to wake up, huh? Otherwise we are out of Champions League. And financially, because we are in a difficult situation, it would not help to only have the 50 millions from there, but then zero from the Champions League. Because you know what it is? That means that with only that World Cup, it's not enough. Because you will not even have the money to change your team, to do better investments. Not that I was expecting, not even with a new sponsor, with Champions League, with FIFA, I was not expecting an overhaul a la crazy, wow, fantastic, Holland, Mbappe, or even, now I'm exaggerating, but even bigger player. It was already difficult to go for 60 million for Koop Manners, huh? With all the respect, with a really great player. It is Koop Manners, huh? It is not Zaire Emery. That is a different player, but you know, young, upcoming talent, potential, really strong. We are not speaking about Valverde. Yesterday I watched Valverde. I'm not speaking about Valverde. I'm speaking about a Koop Manners. And we are not able to spend 60 million for Koop Manners. So, with everything, imagine if we don't have the qualification, totally, it's a nightmare. Ricky Australia, ciao ragazzo. Today, it's late for him, it's early for us. Lucky Rick. Today, Rick, he will go to bed early and we'll try to forget. We will have an entire day to think. What am I speaking about? What am I speaking about? We will have 2 weeks now. Thank you, Rick. Apologize, Beppe, Juventus are mentally gone since Empoli. You're correct. You're correct. You're correct. But, then you need to wake up. You need to get out of the situation. You remember how right I was. Do you remember what I said immediately after Inter? After the Inter game, I said I have one big, huge fear. My biggest fear is that without the objective of the Scudetto and thinking that we already qualified for Champions League, I am extremely scared that we give up. Because it happened. That's also something that I blame Max Allegri for. Because it happened a lot of times. It's over with your that you win the Scudetto or whatever. It's over. It's over. That has always been like that. And I said, ooh, if the guys, they believe that they qualify to Champions League, if the guys, they believe that the Scudetto is over, which you don't have to believe, that was a reality. You don't even know if it started. I'm extremely, extremely, extremely scared. And that's what happened. But when you have 3 games to play, when you have 15 games to play, and like this, we go out of the Coppa Italia as well. Huh? Paul Enrico, thank you for the donation, buddy. Last year, with the world against us, we qualified for Champions League. This year, we are against ourselves and praying for It is correct. It is correct, Paul. It is correct. It is correct. Last year, you know it, huh? Let's be honest. I have always shared the responsibilities. The coach, the team, the external factors. Because we can't say that we did well in the first part of the season. Because we had no problem. It was not well. It was not good. Then you have whys. But last year it was mega influence, that second part. And that second part stimulated us, motivated us to at least do something and to have a dream. This year it's autolesionismo. It's you go against yourself. Like Paul is saying, I totally agree. We are cutting our own fingers. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. Thank you for the donation, Paul. Anthony Trimboli, 20 months. Thank you. Max can't survive this. I'm sorry, Montero and Corte. Okay, let's speak about that because I knew it would have come. I saw it also in some people that will say if they need to do it fast now in the international break. Anybody to save top four? Been saying this for months now. It is at risk this season, like last. Okay. I would not do Montero. I would not do Montero at all, out of respect for Montero. Don't throw him under the bus. Don't do that mistake. Don't throw Montero under the bus. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know how Montero is coaching. I know the beautiful work that he's doing with under 19. He has no pressure for results. He's not obtaining great results. We are not doing fantastic. But it's true that he's a big lover of you. He has that DNA. He has that grinta. He has morality. If things are well for Montero, if things are going well, because you will give him until the end of the season, traghettatore. If things are going well, what do you do with Montero? If things are going well with Montero, what do you do with Montero? You ask him to go back to under 19. You dismiss the coach of next gen and you put him to the next gen. From the moment that you taste it, you don't go back. From the moment that you taste it, you don't go back. Like Pirlo, he tasted. You don't go. with a normal way of youth academy, second division, third division, second division, and then you go to the top. Sometimes you have these geniuses that are able to do the big jump immediately, but that's really rare. How many times did we see it? If it doesn't go well, Montero, you killed him. Which would be a total disaster. With Conte, what is the problem with Conte? He's available. It's true, he's available. And probably he will give that electroshock to you. But that means that this is the coach that you want to go for the next coming years. Because you believe that Conte will come for how long? For 2 months. He will not come for 2 months. He wants a project. He wants to know what is the problem today. You speak with Conte. He will tell you, okay, I come immediately. Okay, fine, good, we come. What is the project for next season? We don't know. We don't know. Because we didn't qualify to Champions League yet. Because we are not sure about it yet. Motta, you can't go and ask him. He's doing well with Bologna. He's finishing his season. You can't go. He has a contract. So, if you want to replace, you need to be really smart. Or you go with a coach that you have in plan and in mind for the next coming season, or you find someone that is able to take 2 months. And a coach that is able to take 2 months, I don't know where you will find him. And that's the difficulty that you are in. If you have, I'm just thinking loud. If you have in mind that you want, just saying, Thiago Motta, or if you hire a coach today, you burn the chance to have the coach that you wanted. You can't have Conte short term. Yeah, guys, seriously. You go and you sit with Conte, you tell him, Conte, you know what he said? He said before arriving to Juve, he said, before that, I already refused Juve back then, before Agnelli and so on and so on. He refused because the project was not there. When he convinced Agnelli and Agnelli spoke with him and they found an agreement, it was because they matched with what they wanted to go and achieve with the team. There is no. Two years through thick and thin. Thank you, Marco Meola. Thank you, really appreciate it. Juve Chris, thank you for the donation, my friend. Allegri did this to AC Milan and now at Juve. This needs to stop and he needs to go. I'm sorry, but this is on him. I hate that I keep saying this. How long are we speaking now? 33 minutes. And for the people that started to follow from the first minute, you know that I am blaming the coach as well. You can't say this is only on him. He has big, huge responsibility, but this is not only on him, guys. We can't just close the eyes on what the players deliver today. We can't just close the eyes on what the players deliver today. You can't. You can't. If we want to blame, if we want to be honest, if we want to be transparent, you can't blame the players today. Then maybe with another coach they will perform better. Maybe. Probably. Let's say probably. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't. We can't close the eyes on what we saw today. If you're Vlahovic and you're doing best like that, it is disgusting. If after the first half you have 8 duels and you win only 1 by Chiesa, losing every single possession, you can't. If Kostic is not able to put 1 cross in the box after 2 games where he was on the bench and he wants to recuperate that spot with Serbian national team going and playing Euro, you can't. I told you, the only one that I excuse is McKennie because the guy, he couldn't even play today. It's also Locatelli, It's everyone, It's captaincy of Danilo that it needs also to be heard on and off the field. But I agree, coach is to blame. Of course, coach is to blame. And of course, like earlier they said, you can't change 25 players. So at a certain moment, you need to take a decision, which Juventus did with the women. Now, when you take a decision, a bold decision like that, you need a plan as well. You can't just go and, hey, Montero, come here. Why? Maybe it will be even worse. Maybe it will be good. And you destroy a Montero that is growing and that is doing a work, specific work with the kids. Then if we take Montero tomorrow, I will be the first supporter of Montero. I will be behind him, I will push him, I will hope that he's doing well. Mohamed Youssef, thank you for the donation, my friend. The team is emotionally broken and Allegri has no way to sort it. That's what I blame the most. This is weakness you see in the players' eyes and legs. Allegri face shows everything. He is also losing control. Everyone. They don't know how to get out of it. And when you don't know, that's the worst. That's the worst. He needs to be smarter in front of microphones as well. It's not good. I understand the anger, the frustration he received. According to me, too much unrespectable criticism. Not today, during the comeback. Too much, even before being sacked. Even before being sacked, I believe that a lot of time it has been the only one that people blamed with big words, offensive words, insults, which I never accept. But he needs to be smarter. If you say in front of microphones, we took a point of Bologna, and you don't explain, because I am a smart person, unfortunately, a lot of people are not smart. This is the reality. They see a sentence and they turn it how they want to. But then it's your fault, because you know that the people are like that. You need to explain it like kids. Like kids. You need to tell them that point that we won over Bologna is the only positive we see in a disaster moment, in a negative moment, in a bad performance, in so many things to improve. But we'll win a point again in Atalanta, where we could have lost today because we are not there, because we are not good. Like today, I'm reading, I didn't hear him, but I read here on Twitter, the supporters are not happy. I'm not doing the political, I am doing the coach. The results are not arriving, we are third. And I don't have to follow the supporters. Vlahovic missed, and he will receive a penalty from the club. And these are not the words. These are not the words. These are not the words. Like last year, I didn't agree with him when he said I don't need to explain anything to the supporters. You remember when he said that? These are the things that he doesn't need to say. And I have immense respect for the man. Immense respect for the man. Immense respect for the coach. Immense respect of his usual way of communicating. But this time he's in extremely difficulty. Like Mohammed is saying, he's also losing control. I totally agree. Why? How? I understand. I can understand. But the facts are that you need to be much better. When he's losing it, Max, sometimes he need to pay attention that 20 million, 25 million, 30 million, I don't know, supporters are listening to you. And these 30 million supporters, they don't all come here on GJustjuve after the game, so that I can explain the words, what does it mean, 1 point on Bologna, even if I'm not convincing people, I'm explaining, then people, they take it or not, that's up to you guys. But it's not okay. I'm pissed off. Today I'm extremely pissed off. I told you before, I continue to repeat you. Mikey Mezzares, thank you for the donation. I thought Juve is bigger than one player or coach, and we want to compete with the FIFA Club World Cup. We will, Mikey, Juventus should be or is bigger than one player or one coach, bigger than Allegri, without any doubt. bigger than Chiesa, bigger than Del Piero, bigger than Marcello Lippi, bigger than Antonio Conte. That's Juventus. Now, that second part of the story, if the first one I agree with you, that second part I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. I repeated it. It made me actually super angry as well. It made me super angry. That way of we will embarrass ourselves. One season is not the other. First of all, we had no opportunity to do Mercato this season. If we qualify to Champions League, we'll have the opportunity to at least do a bit of Mercato. Not a stellar one. And I'm not thinking that Juventus has any chance to win that FIFA World Cup. But you can go with the best team on earth and you'll be out of a tournament after 3 games. Like Italy has been a lot of times out of the World Cup after 3 games with fantastic players on the field. Sometimes because of you, sometimes because of a referee, sometimes because of a coach, because Trapattoni didn't want to play Del Piero Baggio together, because he didn't want to do this, because choices of the coach, he didn't want to call up a Baggio. It can happen. Sometimes you totally fail. Sometimes you are lucky, like we were in a lot of other tournaments, speaking about Italy as well, because now we are speaking about a World Cup, a tournament. Sometimes you are lucky, and without too much deserving, penalty missed from the other teams. Sometimes you go through thanks to penalties, like for example Italy-Spain. Spain deserved to go through. Against Austria, if that goal is valid, if that goal is valid, Italy's out at the quarterfinal. You're lucky, you go through. So you never know a tournament like that, especially because we will have Giuntoli that is there in 1 year, which he can't flop the future decision. Going saying we will not go because we are scared to embarrass ourselves. This is not my philosophy. No, but playing like this today, yeah, but today we are not. Today we are I read you, Mikey. Today we are a consequence of the off the field decision that has been taken for Juve, which means out of Europe, communicated extremely late, and Juventus inactive on the Mercato. Juventus impossible to take a bold decision. For what reason? Because Giuntoli, and that's something that I will 100% always agree with, is Giuntoli that needs to decide together with ownership. Not changing the coach. Who would have changed the coach, by the way? And then Giuntoli arrives. Because then you have a coach for 4 years, 3 years, that Giuntoli didn't decide about. And on the 7th of July, this is when Napoli is freeing up with certainty Giuntoli. This is the reality. You like it, you don't like it. We lost a lot last year. We lost a lot. Giuntoli decision, money, inactive on the transfer market. We lost a lot. It's the reality. And that's why I'm telling you, this you can't compare this. Then, even if we will do transfer market, I don't believe that we will be able to compete with Real Madrid, Manchester City, this. We are far. This is the real reality. The real reality. Dospi, thank you for the donation, buddy. What had you done? Want to hear your thoughts? I don't know. I have no idea what I would have done. I believe that, I told you, the only right thing that Max Allegri did today was the triple change at the 57th. I would have done exactly the same. Kostic, McKennie, and Chiesa. McKennie, we know why. The other ones were bad, were just bad. But why is he doing that right thing? Because the other ones were his decision as well. When I watched the lineup this morning, I went through, guys. You think that I'm just look? I'm a crazy fanatic. Yeah, look. This is my Excel sheet. Okay, it's a bit small. But guys, these are all the games that we played. Okay, maybe I have to put it a bit bigger for you. These are all the games that we play, okay? Udinese Juve Bologna, Empoli Juve, with the result, with the lineups, with who has been subbed out, with who has received yellow cards, And every game I do that, okay? Then I have also here my recap with who started, the games in total played, the minutes that they played, who scored, the yellow cards, who received yellow cards, red cards. Today, I don't know if it's a double yellow or a red card immediately. I don't know. I need to check. Then I have this also for Coppa Italia, etc., etc. I'm really... And when I went to Juve Genoa immediately, match day 16, I went there. Look, guys, okay? Juve Genoa, Szczesny, Danilo, Bremer, Gatti, Cambiaso, McKennie, Locatelli, Miretti, Kostic, Vlahovic, Chiesa. This is exactly the same. Exactly the same. Costello, Serraz, they're all telling me double yellow. This is exactly the same lineup. Men on men. And then we draw. And then we draw. Then we draw. Again. 1-1 there. 0-0 today. What do you want me to say? Thank you, Bob. The look on Max's face at Dusan was not anger. It was Max realizing that this team has given up on him. I didn't even watch the look because I didn't understand. You know what I thought? I thought that after the yellow card, he was leaving by himself because I didn't see that second yellow. I didn't see a red. So I didn't really understand. And I didn't pay attention to the look of Max today. I would love to watch it again, probably in replay, even if it will be really tough to watch again the game. But guys,
non arrivano in questo momento, in questo modo non stanno arrivando i risultati.
You could be, Bob. I will pay attention. Thank you for pointing out because I didn't know. But it could be, Softic is reporting that he said we need to see the positives that we didn't concede a shot on goal. Okay, great. Fantastic. But we didn't score. And that's one of the big problems. We don't score. We don't score. We don't score. I'm pissed off. Look, how many opportunities do you need here? Guys, seriously, how many opportunities do you need? Tell me how much you want. How much you want. Here, 17 shots, 2 on target. 17 attempts, 2 on target, 0 goals. Yeah, we can speak about the bad luck on Moiskin. Hey, this season is like that for Moiskin, but it's not new, Or he scores and it's cancelled, or he doesn't score. Bad Juventus. Shooting accuracy, 11%. What a disaster. What a shame. Then today you can go towards everything. Look, this is the let me just refresh to be sure. Yeah, Genoa did the game that they had to do. But this is not normal, Cambiaso, McKennie, Gatti, they are all at the same position. Not that they play the 3 there, but they changed so much. Extremely bad. The changes, they come all offensively, but Juve Chris, 8 months. Thank you, my friend. Always appreciate you fielding my questions. Is that good or not? Fielding my questions. I don't know what that means. That I'm answering your question, you meet Chris. I don't know. I hope so. My pleasure. Thank you, my friend. Ninib, my friend from Sweden. Thank you. Beppe, suppose you are the head of the management. What do you do? It's tough. It's really tough. And I know you will not like my answer. But my answer is I believe the most reasonable one, the most honest one. How can we know from the outside? We don't know. We don't know. Because we are not inside Juventus. We don't know what they discussed, what is the real plan, what is possible to do. We don't know. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe they already have an agreement with another coach, whoever it is, but that is coaching at the moment. Maybe they want to go, I don't know, maybe it's already Zidane, but Zidane says, no, I don't come this season, next season, fresh, pre-season. We don't know, it's tough. Today is the worst day also to answer these kind of things, because today you lose. Today is 0-0, we lose. In 8 games, we only won 1 game at the 95th in your home against Frosinone. Today, of course, every single human on earth outside of Juventus would say you sack the coach. Of course, today, now, immediately. But that's not the best moment to answer a question like that. The question is, tomorrow, it's Monday, tomorrow, you sit, tomorrow, you put the cards on the table, because management will need to do that, and check what they think is the best solution long term. Not to make supporters happy, just not to make Allegri happy, not to make the players happy. The management needs to decide what is the best to cover the end of the season, to reach qualification, because forget about Scudetto. I don't know if there are still some crazy people thinking that if Inter lose, it's possible. People wrote me that in the comments, by the way. Forget about it. There's one vital need, qualifying for the Champions League. Today, we have to think, what do we have to do to qualify? Is it with Max Allegri and then ciao? It is with Max Allegri and then ciao. Is it without Max Allegri now, today, tomorrow? Then it's without him. Juventus showed with the women that they were able to do it, which is a big change, which means that the management, they also believe in sometimes electroshock is needed with someone else. Is it with already the next coach that starts immediately, now, today, that is, I don't know, Montero, because we want him to give the job for the next coming 2 years? Is it Antonio Conte? We don't know. So for me, answering what I would do without being in that situation, I can't. Of course, today I would tell you, sack, change, do, because I want my team to wake up, and I'm looking for electroshocks. And Max Allegri in the 8 games was not able to find it. Well, 8, maybe probably 8 is exaggerated, because against Empoli, you have that red card that is changing it. Against Inter, should have done more. Was it possible in that moment to do more? I don't know. And then you have that counter psychological boom, which should not happen, but happens. And that's where the moment starts, where Max Allegri is to blame. Udinese, Verona, and this, and that, and that, and that. So it's tough, huh? It's really tough. Lorenzo, ciao Lorenzo. Thank you for waiting, guys. Horrible game today, Beppe. It's true. However, happy St. Patrick's Day from Toronto. I will go drink until I forget. Happy St. Patrick to all the ones that are celebrating, also the ones that are not celebrating, but are taking it as an opportunity to have a lot of fun. St. Patrick is fantastic. I have beautiful stories to share about St. Patrick, but it's 3:30 p.m. I will absolutely not share these stories with you at 3:30 p.m. because it would make totally no sense. But pay attention and don't drive. Don't drive, Lorenzo. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Dimash Yogatama. Again, so mentality tired you. 26 months, and on 26 months, another time you are correct. Thank you for Stavros 22. Everyone through this game, another wasted week. It was simple. Win. It's easy to say, of course, but it was simple. Win today. Play, show. I'm devastated, guys. I'm devastated because it's hard. No, we are not out of the top 4 yet. Continuing like that, we will be. Stefano Castelli. Ciao grande. Forza Juve, thanks for everything you do, but I do nothing, guys. Today I complained for 56 minutes. It's what is the right word? Tell me, okay, one word. Don't more than write one word. Describe me how you feel today in one word. I would say, but I need to understand if it's the right word or not. Am I wrong if I say hopeless? But hopeless is, there is no hope for the future. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Maybe help me. I'm looking for the word like, I see no solution. Because I always have hope. But I see no solution. This short term, huh? Helpless, this is the word. Grazie Michael Filetti, mon ami, my friend. This is the word. Helpless. This is how I feel today. I see a lot that I'm reading, confused, uncertainty, disenchanted. What a beautiful word. There is a beautiful song in French. Désenchanté, à côté. I believe that my song was worse than the performance of Juve today. Ziat, emotionally abused to keep. Well, guys, I you know that I don't read insults to the person. That's something I don't like. Not on this channel. We are speaking about football. We are speaking about person that we don't know. I accepted every single criticism about the person. Bad words, insult, I don't like. You never had any discussion with a person. You're not qualified to speak about dumb if you or what of other people that today I watched. Coward, dumb. That I don't like. But that's personally, yeah. That doesn't mean that you don't have to say it. You can say it. If this is your opinion, why not, huh? Just not on in my channel. You know the rules. I'm not difficult, huh? On my channel, you can criticize me. You can say I'm wrong, I'm bad. Why don't you say Allegri? You can say whatever you want to. You can speak about Allegri how much you want to. You can say he's the only one to blame. Check. I will speak with you. I will tell you I don't think so. I don't think. But I don't like when we are speaking. But it can be Allegri, or it can be Chiesa, or it can be Vlahovic that is missing a goal again today, or a pass today. We can speak about everyone, huh? It's something that I don't like. No, Adba. First of all, no one wants Allegri. It's not true. First of all, there are some people that are supporting Allegri. Right or wrong, but so it's not no one wants, first of all. Then we don't insult him. You didn't insult him. That's why I'm reading you. There are people that are. But it's not about 3 years. Beppe isn't enough. Of course it is enough. Of course we want better. Of course it could be a big solution to change coach. Of course it could give an alternative. Whatever you want to. Dumb? No. On my channel, I don't accept. Because I consider my channel a channel where we can speak, where we can debate, where we can have open debate, where everyone is welcome. but not with these words. This is not my way of communicating. This is not how I want to raise my son, that is sometimes watching the comments. I would not be a good father if I accept that we insult people that we don't know. And if you want to insult your brother, your cousin, your whoever that you know personally, it's up to you. If you want to insult him, go somewhere, not on my channel. That's the only thing I'm asking. Because I don't like it. It's not that I don't like swear or I like insulting. I like swearing. I'm hot-blooded Sicilian. I like this kind of thing. I swear I do as well. I'm not a saint. I'm not the Pope, guys. I just don't like when we are speaking about football and we say to a man, go and kill yourself, or I will kill your family, or you're a dumb person, while you never had the opportunity to speak with him. I spoke personally with a lot of football players. I spoke with coaches. And we are judging humans that are doing bad in the game that they are doing. That's the only thing, And dumb is not the biggest insult, but it starts with, he's the dumb. No, Allegri is on our bench since 3 years. It is enough. He doesn't deserve to be here, which would be a total fair comment. Probably even a correct comment. If you put the words, a coward, a dumb. I'm on the Juve channel and also hear people from here that I respect a lot. I love them a lot. On the Juventus channel, I don't like that. This is not okay. Yeah, we are better than that, I believe. And anger can't justify it. Oh, it can happen one time. Everyone is doing mistakes. I'm doing mistakes. I already did mistakes here. Then you excuse yourself and we go on. But it can't be every week. Then, you can insult. You can do whatever you want to. You don't decide. I don't decide. It is what it is. We move on. I said the same, Florian. I just watched. No, I didn't watch. I said I just read the report of Di Marzio, and I said this is something wrong. This is absolutely wrong for Max, that I condemned already last year, that I condemned last week, that I condemned now. I didn't watch it, so I need to watch it to really see. But I think it's correct when Di Marzio is writing it like that. I don't like. This is not okay from Max. Yeah, but Twitter is Twitter. Twitter is crazy. Anyway, Javier Barça, thank you for the donation, my friend. I am truly worried about the ownership of Juve and the urgency they have to make Juve a powerhouse again. I just don't see it. I hope I'm wrong. Thank you again. But it's hard, especially now to explain it. But the plan is clear. Consistency in qualifying to Champions League starting this year, because it's crucial and vital to be break-even financially towards the beginning of the season 26-27. Lowering cost, investing and growing with youth. When you hear all these kind of things, guys, you know that tomorrow there will not be Juventus 95-96 that won the Champions League. Then you can say the management has no urgency, or you can say we were so much in difficulty that it's impossible to go forward, or we will make probably the same mistakes as we did. And in 3 years, we'll be again in that deep shit. That's, there is an urgency, there is an emergency. We made some decision to have the best at that moment sporting director that was available for Italian football. That was Giuntoli. So you already put the things. Now we had to qualify for Champions League, number one. We had to qualify for Champions League, which at the moment we are still doing, but is in major risk. If we don't qualify, we'll probably say, but the management is not acting. No, it's because it will be even more difficult to act. You want to know the powerhouse, the ownership invested, they made a capital increase of 700 million euro over the last 3 years. 700 million euro. 700 million euro. That's the reality. If you want to know the urgency, the emergency, that's the reality. They told you in the beginning of the season, this is year 0 of Juventus. It's not the year 0 of Max Allegri. It's the year 0 of Juventus that can't move, but that wants to put the steps to be able to move again. And thanks to on-the-field result, hopefully, as soon as possible, as fast as possible, we'll be able to go back to a winning cycle, to a winning Juve. And it was starting to work until the Inter collapse. And we are throwing away everything. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I believe that we are just playing with our future now. The players, the coach, everyone is playing with the future of Juventus. Every week you want me to speak about Grimaldo. Guys, but can you realize what you're speaking about? Grimaldo wanted to go to a Spanish coach that is Xabi Alonso, that is playing in European competition. He decided to go there to speak with a club that already had a coach, already had a vision, already had a sporting director, while Juventus had, it's 900, thank you Rakan, it's true, it's with the 200 million that were added, 900 million. Juventus had no sporting director, uncertainties about who would be the coach, who would be the next project, and Juventus couldn't sign any single player. That's as easy as that. So stop crying about Grimaldo. I wanted Grimaldo. We spoke about it here on the channel about Grimaldo because there were some interest and so on and so on. We were not able. He has chosen for a team that was solid. That was Leverkusen, and look at the result of a solid team, which Juventus was not. Which Juventus is trying to become again. It's as easy as that. It is as easy as that. It's not that Juventus doesn't want to go and buy and sign Grimaldo. They were even there. They were even interested. But then with who do you speak? Who do you sign? And what you're offering? What is what you're offering? Are you able to offer something? No. There is no mystery. Why a Grimaldo goes to a Leverkusen, solidity, an idea, a project, and is delivering, and not to Juventus. It hurts because Leverkusen should not be in that situation where we are comparing Leverkusen and Juventus. But that's the reality. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts. That's the reality. So speaking about Grimaldo, it will not help. It is over. Not because of Juventus didn't want to. It's because the player, correctly, I believe, chose the right project at the time because they were able to offer him a project. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Julian. Really, really appreciate it. We are in closing time, guys, because it's afternoon and I would love to do something with my family there. It doesn't change that Leverkusen was 17th last November. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. What does that mean? Was placed 17 November. What are you speaking about? Last November, how could they be 17th? What are you speaking about? Pepe, Leverkusen was 17th place last November. What are you speaking about? Leverkusen was not 17th place last November. They are first. They are fighting for the Meisterschale. Anyway, I can't help you. If you don't know, I can't help you. Kishan Patel, thank you for the donation, my friend. It has been a tough month on the personal front and Juventus. So, first of all, before continuing to read, I had a premature baby who is in NICU. I will be there for a month more. It is tough time. It will pass. Requesting all the pray for my baby. Guys, now there is something important. Much more important than Juventus. There is our friend Kishan Patel. He's having something much more important, much more difficult than Juventus. I would love a maximum of support for a friend. The only thing I can speak about, Kishan, is about my personal situation, which usually I never speak about my own problems in my own life. But if it can help to give you strength, that's something that I would do. When I met my wife, we have been together, and really fast. She was pregnant from me. Important. Everything was going well until she started to understand that the baby was not growing normal. She went a few times to the doctor. We went, where in the first things it was normal according to them, until they understood that indeed she was right. Had the placenta. Placenta, it gives you actually three things to the baby. The brains, one. So oxygen to the brains, one. 2, oxygens to the lungs to breathe. 3, food. In that order. Brain, how do you say lungs? Yeah. Brains, lungs, and food to become bigger. When there is a problem with the oxygen, the first thing that is out is actually the food, because lungs and brains are the most important. From the moment that we discovered that, my son was not growing anymore, so my wife has had to be in hospital for a few months, with every time, I believe 2 or 3 times a day, monitoring to understand if there were still oxygen, brain and lungs, and a bit of food. And every day could be the day where he had to go out, not in a natural way. So it was stressful weeks, stressful month, because from one day to another, they could have been obliged to take him out, which happened at a certain moment. So they called me. My son was also a lot of time in a long time at hospital. Born premature, not premature in a natural way, but born because they were obliged to take him out, because the lungs and brains could have stopped to receive oxygen. It was really small. If I'm not wrong, 42 centimeters, super small. It was really small. I couldn't even receive, like natural milk. I had to be fed, with something small. Had to stay there for a few weeks. It was a tough time. It was extremely tough time. It was scary time. By the way, this is also, for example, a reason why I have only one child, because it was really scary, especially for my wife, more than for me. I can tell you now, Kishan, and every single situation is different, of course. I don't want to make it about me, but my son is, in May, will turn 16. Had a lot of difficulties when he was a kid with sickness, etc., because he was so small that he couldn't have the strength to fight the sick. As soon as it was sick, like 2 weeks, then he went one day to the care or to school and he was sick again. It was a really tough period. But he's there. He's 16. He's doing great. And I will have all my strength, all my prayers for you and your family, my friend. To you, to your wife, to your baby. Hopefully it can be and go well, my friend. I hope so. I really hope so, because that's important. Again, every single situation is different, but my prayers will go to you and your family. That's important. Not Allegri, not McKennie, not Juventus, not, as someone is writing now in the channel Naruto, Milan just scored. Who cares about Milan just scored? That's it. So, dai, Kishan. Let us know. Keep us up to date, and I hope that everything will go well and fine. So now it makes totally no sense anymore to speak about football because it would not be the right moment. Okay, we will have time. Maybe today we will go live again this evening or with a second video of the day. One thing that is sure, I will not post any goal celebration. Why? Because Juventus was not able to score. Ciao Kishen, ciao a tutti Juventini, ciao to all the Juventini of the world. Thank you. Thank you. We see each other later. Thank you, Forza Juve. Ciao.